Well, hello there my fellow gentle nerds. Guess who completely forgot to do an intro for this video? Probably me, because I have to do it right now. Other than that, this week is, I think, a turning point in this series, because we are going to have to change things up. Things are moving way too slow, and it is not going to be as fun as it could be if we are going to keep that pace. And with that, we are going to make some changes. The changes are going to be that we are getting the cards that we are getting from the wheel are getting to be playsets, not just the single cards. So we reduce the wheel and we are going to get playsets. And by that, I think we are going to up the consistency of the deck very much. And I hope that really helps out the deck and the series overall a lot, and it makes it more enjoyable. And other than that, let's jump right into the wheel. So episode 4 still didn't go as planned. That's okay though. So as you can see, the wheel has changed a bit, and there is a reason for that. The reason for that being that we need to step the game up. It's okay to lose, but 16 matches without a win is depressing. And I think the pace of the series is not as high as I wished it to be. It should be a shorter series than Heroes was. It is not. And it's not going to be. So we're still pumping the gas, not the brakes. And by that I mean we are going to get a playset of all of the cards that we're getting from the wheel from now on. And as you can see, we have some new additions on the wheel. Planet Pathfinder, number C1, number 3, Numeron Network, Numeron Calling. We are trying to build Generator Numeron. Why? Because it's good. And now the door is ringing. I don't know why. So we have also changes made here, and as you can see, there's Destiny Hero Celestial and Red Eyes Fusion. I'm going to play only one of those because I'm only going to play one Fusion Destiny and Virgin Anaconda target. I don't know which one I'm getting first. I'm going to remove that from the list, the other choices. And even the Extravagance wheel has some decisions made. Like you can see the stars here, that means one of them is getting deleted. Maybe some changes even in the future, but yet not. And for the first spin, small token wheel. Ooh, not bad, I think. I was like not happy about the boss quest at first, but now I think it's actually good. Because we need that ability to mulligan our bosses from the hand to the deck. So boss quest, I take one. Or 2 now. It's like, or we have one, so it's like just the third one. Well, I take the third one. It's okay. And we have our second, not the third. My god, I cannot talk today. What do we get? Utgarda? No, Planet Pathfinder. That's not bad. That's 3 Pathfinder. That gives us options to go into our boss stage. Yeah, cool. Pathfinder is cool. Planet Pathfinder is as easy as Terraforming was last week, because it is actually nearly the same effect, just as a monster. You have this monster, you normal summon it, and then you can activate the effect Tribute it. And that's it. If you tribute it, you get a field spell from your deck to your hand. Nothing crazy, nothing else. What am I supposed to tell you? That's literally it. Okay, so we have still one spin on the big token wheel left. Hoping to get maybe Har or Lopta, that would be cool. Entis is not bad. And I'm not looking forward to the rest right now, because that would require some setup. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is even better. It's boss stage. We have 3 boss stage now. Our life is so much easier, you cannot believe it. I think we might have a chance now. Pathfinder, 2 boss stage, and another boss quest? I think our brick hands are in the past. Shit, that's cool. Look at the deck and tell me that this doesn't look a lot better right now. I'm still having a few eyesores, but we are going to go over that. We have the Nagelfar, we have the Har, which is still a decent package, but I think more than that amount of monsters is not good. Like, we should get a second Har. We should get Utgarda, which we need 2 of. Frodi is getting cut 100% to at maximum 1. Dovelgus, maximum 1. Maybe we need another Hela, but that is not in the list right now. We need 1 Dovelgus. 2 Nidhogg is okay. Can get down to 1. So 1 Dovelgus, 1 Nidhogg, 1 Frodi. Nagelfar should get cut in the future, but we need 2 Har, we need 2 Utgarda, and then there is Lopta, which we need 3 of, because it's a normal summon. And we have still Mardell, which we haven't seen yet at all, which is luckily not needed to play the deck, but is very, very good, because it searches every card in the deck. We have still 1 Balancer Lord, because it has the synergy with a Nabla, but let me be honest, Sigma, Nabla and Multiplication is the only thing that we need. We cut the other ones before, but we are really slimmed out those cards. And we have a lot of searchers, so the Planet Pathfinder is really, really, really good, because it is a normal summon. We don't usually normal summon. All of them can get special summoned by some capacity, or we even have like another normal summon due to balance a lot. You know what I mean. We have the Dark Ruler, we have Terraforming, 3 Dark World dealings, still hoping to pull off the combo somehow, 3 boss quests, because we need to mulligan away all of our cards that we get in our hand, and even the Dovelgus in hand is the worst, so we need to cut that ASAP. World Legacy Monstrosity, 1 Silent Backdoor now, because we are cutting down the package, and I still want some way to protect the final Sigma if we get it. The Mathmech Billion Blade Nayuta, 3 boss stage. You cannot believe how nice that looks for me. We have 3 boss fights, so we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways to access our boss fight, or boss stage, plus Pathfinder. So we have 10 cards out of 40. So 1 in 4 is the chance to open a card, or like not open a card, but that one of the cards that we're drawing is a card that gives us boss stage. Very, very good. 1 punishment, 1 super factorial, 1 induction, and 2 boss room. I think that is solid. That can get cut like the next day. I really hope that we can get rid of that by episode 7, that we don't have to play any Mathmechs anymore. Still we'll play the final Sigma in the extra deck, because we want to have access to it through Waking the Dragon, as well as the spheres, which are still okay, I think. The extra deck didn't change at all. The side deck just slightly due to Sigma getting in there, and 1 Jinzo get raised, and we have an equation in there as well. So that's episode 5's deck. I'm hoping, really hoping, that we can make some major improvements after this episode. That was a step in the right direction. That was a breakthrough, I would say. I hope it's good. See you in the duel. So, you know the drill, I think. Before I go into the battles, I really, really want to implore you to press that little button down below that says subscribe, or if you're German, abonnieren. And if you do that, I would really, really thank you, because that shows the algorithm overlords that this content is worth sharing, and shows it to other people that might enjoy that as well, which means we get big number, and I like big number. Other than that, let's go into stage duel number 5-1, which is against Chew the Whoop. We are going first because we won the die roll, and let me tell you, that hand is horrible, and I had to use 2 Dark World dealings, which luckily get us into Planet Pathfinder, which gives us a boss stage, and that means we have at least a boss stage, but our opponent could mulligan 2 cards in his hand. He then Ghost Mourners my Har, and I get my tokens, but Har has no effect. He then activates the field spell for Gaia, because he's playing Gaia, and then he's activating Gaia's field spell, the other way around. And he hits in for a lot of damage and bounces the Har back to my hand. And I take 3k. So we are looking very good right now. I activate Boss Quest and mulligan back the Har, set 2 and pass. I activate my boss stage, get out the Har, because there he is again. We put him back into the deck. I had other options to get like Ruggles, but yeah. There is the Alpha, which attacks into one of the tokens, and the other Alpha attacks in the other token. Like, what am I supposed to do? I cannot stop that, which is unfortunate. Game 2, we are going first again, and that hand is... Oh my god. Can I please get a decent hand? We have so many good cards, and I'm still not getting decent hands. The Nabla gets activated with the Nayuta, I activate Induction, so I can clear a card, which is in that case the Alpha. He then brings out Lord Gaia and Bombarding Catapult Turtle, which brings out Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon. I hate this. Ultra Polymerization, which is Gaia the Magical Dragon, and Ultra Polymerization I think stops the Nabla effect, or it is the other... I don't know what Gaia does, let me tell you. There's another Gaia, the Magical Dragon, and he can bring them all out, and he has another fusion card, which brings out a third one, so he can overlay. What the fuck? He doesn't know how big the Nabla can go due to the effect of the Billion Blade, so he doesn't attack into it, but he can still bounce or pop my multiplication, and the same goes for my boss stage. So in that case I can bounce this, bring the Sigma to grave, which is good because I can bring it out next turn, so it is in grave due to me not having a card in the extra monster zone. There it is in defense, and I set a boss fight, which brings another boss stage to my hand. There's a Frody, which gives me tokens, and I try to activate that and clear his monsters, which I do, but he can draw cards, and there is Charging Gaia, the field spell again, and Gaia the Magical Knight, and Curse of Dragon, the Cursed Dragon. Spiral Fusion, and you know where this is going. It's not looking good. There's a Spear Strike, which I think deals piercing. Oh no, it brings into attack position and then attacks into my token. Second attack due to, I think it was Spiral Fusion, but it is what it is. We cannot help it. We lost against Gaia. And now I'm playing against Delta for boss, for Stage Duel 5-2. He is playing Galaxy Eyes, or Galaxy Photon deck. Activates Pot of Prosperity, has another Photon Vanisher, and can overlay into the Starleash Photon Blast Dragon. There's a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It is a terrible, horrible, scary looking hand. And I want to punishment the Photon Dragon, but I cannot due to the Xyz effect. So I just punishment the Xyz away and get out Frody, which should be able to deal with the Galaxy Eyes. I wait to trigger it because I want to trigger it in the battle phase, but I cannot wait. So here brings out Photon Vanisher and the Galaxy Lord, I think, but he can link them away into the Galaxy Soul Flare Dragon, which can get rid of special summon monsters. And that is crazy scary for me because all of our monsters are special summoned. So he clears my Frody, but I chain it, so I get rid of it. Unluckily, he has the Cult by the Grave, because why not? I don't want to have fun anyway. So on my turn, activate boss stage. That gives me Har and my tokens. The problem here is Har alone doesn't do anything because I need the tokens, or I can, like, as a way to out the Afterglow, not the Afterglow Dragon, to out the Soulflare Dragon. But that is not my biggest problem. The biggest problem is Galaxy has Prime Photon Dragon, which hurts like a truck. Yep, didn't even get there. Not looking good. Not looking good. We are 0-3 today. Game 2, we are going first. Waking the Dragon is not bad. We have a boss stage and we have a Sigma. Unlucky, Sigma is not the card that we're looking for. But we equip it with Billion Blade, so it is a bit protected. We get out a Har, which is more than enough because we can get our tokens. And he activates his Galaxy Soldier to pitch a card and bring out another Galaxy Soldier. I then trigger the Har, so he has to discard or send to the graveyard, and I stop the Photon Orbital. Unlucky, he has the extender with the Monster Reborn and can get out a Galaxy S Photon Dragon. There's an Afterglow Dragon, so he has a lot of rank 8s, or he has a rank 8. The Galaxy S Photon Soulflare Dragon comes back, and that is a pain in my ass because I couldn't deal with it for real. Oh my god, my cat is playing with something. I don't know what's happening here. The Soulflare Dragon unfortunately clears my Har, but I crash Sigma due to effect of Billion Blade into it, but I get Sigma back to my hand, set it in defense and set a card, then get out a Frody for 2, and that Prime Photon Dragon is looking scary, but Frody deals with it. And I'm totally okay with him drawing 2 cards, because threat is gone. The Cloud Dragon brings back the Photon Dragon that brings out a Galaxy Lord, which is scary because I think it has a protection effect. Can give himself a Galaxy with that, but that triggers my boss stage, which gives me a Naglfar. And I pass my turn after setting one. There is the Nidhogg and a token. So I do not have many ways to stop cards, but I have some options. Let me tell you, I have some options. He then crashes into Naglfar, but that is more than enough because I can stop that by the activation of Naglfar, tributing a token, then get rid of Naglfar to stop the Xyz summon of that. I get rid of the Planet Pathfinder because I did not want to clog up my boards, so I search the boss stage, get out a Hela on his turn, and want to trigger the Hela, but it somehow didn't trigger. What is the cat doing there? He's doing some crazy shit here. The Nidhogg comes out and clears his Xyz. I then get out a Hyperiton, and we are well under control of this duel. And after this duel is done, I have to wait and check what my cat is doing there. I then hit in for a lot of damage. I think it was 5-7 damage. He then wants to banish my boss stage, but I had a spell attached to the Hyperiton and can stop the activation, and in his turn he cannot do much. I then completely fuck up and activate the Naglfar and not the boss stage activation, which is the trigger to clear the tokens. But I wanted not to save the tokens, but I wanted to save the Naglfar and cleared the token. You know, something happened and it didn't matter in the end because I won. That was a rough one, but we actually won one, so we are in the game today. He wrote us for Photon Thresher. There's Galaxy Knight, and Galaxy Expedition gives him the Galaxy S Photon Dragon. There's the Lord, he sets one and passes. The Lord gives him a card to hand, which is the Galaxy Wizard, and my hand is okay-ish. I have Dark Ruler no more, which is not useful right now, but I get a boss stage, and he Cyclones my boss stage in my end phase. Unfortunate. Galaxy Wizard overlaid to Starlish Dragon Boy in defense. Unluckily, I think it was not his intention, but I get a Naglfar on my turn, which is great because I have the boss quest in hand. Give myself the boss stage and set a boss fight just as security measures. I then flip the boss room to not get interrupted because I still have a card in hand, so I can pitch it for boss room. The Dark Rune no more doesn't do anything on his turn anyway. He then imperms me, which I was thinking about so long. I then trigger the Har and did not want to get interrupted, so I activate the boss room and give away my Dark Ruler, drawing a card. He overlays into the Galaxy S Photon Dragon. I then flip up Induction just to do something, and there I learned something. The boss fight gives me another summon. Why? Because it is there to... The boss fight gives me another boss stage, and the once per turn is just bound to that boss stage that we activated, so I get another special summon. The token is a hard once per turn, but the other one is a soft once per turn, so I can activate the trigger effect to special summon from deck multiple times, which is good to know. Bad to know that it's just episode 5 and I noticed that. But we have one win, at least something. And for 5-3 we are playing against Pepperoni, who is playing anti-meta Cubic. Okay. I activate boss stage, get out my Ruggles because I have Har and Frody in hand. And I don't want them to rot there. So I get out my tokens, tribute 2 tokens, there's Har and there's Frody. I can even activate a Frody to stop that. He has a super poly to get rid of my Har. Unfortunate, but I have 2 cards sitting there, so I go into Enter Blathnir, banish his card from hand. Did I choose to banish a card from hand? I did. Somehow. I don't know why. Anyway, I hit over the Mod Dragon, bring out Hela on my turn, in his turn, and tribute a token for my Har. He then wants to Cubic Wave my Hela, which would render her effect useless. So I chain that and her effect can go off. I stop his Prosperity with Har, and he then wants to Cubic Wave the V-Jam, which doesn't do anything. So I overlay into Jormungandr, which gives him a card and that get ripped immediately from him. And I hit in for 59, so he's on 11 and I have a Nidhogg. So I still have a special summon, interruption, and he just top takes a Cubic Karma, which doesn't do anything if it's not in the graveyard. Luckily I know a thing or two about Cubics. He's going first and look at that, he has a Shadow Dragon. I don't know what is that doing in there. There was another one. And a Neos Fusion, which is scary because he can do something with that. He just sets one and passes. I normal summon Pathfinder and tribute it for boss stage, then activate the Sigma to get it out there and hit in the Shadow Dragon, which banishes my Sigma. I mean, it would have sent to the graveyard, but get banished because I got it out of the effect. You know what Sigma does already. I then get out my Har and 4 tokens, and I hope to interrupt him where it hurts the most. The Summoner Monk gets activated and he pitches a Cubic Wave, which wants to be in the graveyard, and he gets out a Dooza. And now I know I have to stop the Dooza because I do not want to have him Link Climb, which would be crazy. And he then Pooper Polys away 2 tokens for a Mud Dragon. Why? He then hits over my Har and my token, and I have a clear board. I have a Dark World Dealings up, which is not doing anything, but then I activate the boss fight on my turn, and he wants to stop me, so I pitch the Frody and get out a Hela. I activate the Hela to get out a Har, which is good, so I can get out the Dark World Dealings. That is the optimal combo that you want to do, and he gets rid of the Mod Dragon of the Swamp. I then get a Frody on my turn and on his turn and my 3 tokens and clear his Rainbow Dragon, which is totally fine that he could activate the Neos Fusion because it still had the protection. I then have to stop the Dooza because it would get crazy, but he shuffles back everything and gets rid of the Rainbow Neos, and I'm at a very good spot. He then draws a card due to Dark World Dealings, which is totally on my part. I'm totally fine with that because I get my Har out and on his turn I get a Nidhogg out. It's looking very good right now. It's looking very, very good. And he has Lightning Storm. I have to stop that. And he has Super Poly, which he can set. I don't know if he has any targets left. I then put both into attack and hit in for 51. We are close. We are very close for our match win. We still have not had a match win. Is this going to be it? We bring out Naglfar, 2 tokens. Can he stop me? There is a Dharma. I tribute my both tokens to stop the Dharma because I don't want him to do anything. In the graveyard he gets out Dooza. I stop the Dooza by activating Punishment, so he gets to the graveyard and he has a Karma. Karma gives him the Crimson Nova back, but I can chain the Har to rip a card out of his hand or can rip a monster out of his hand, and that's it. He surrenders because he cannot do anything else. And we won a game. We won a match. Our first big token that we did not convert because we finally won one. Oh, I'm so happy. You cannot believe that. It took 5 episodes to get a match win. And now we are here. This is amazing. But I think it was due to Pepperoni playing a deck that is not very good. Like, I played Cubics a bit, and Cubics aren't good, and he has some weird cards in there as well, so I think that was a given one. But thank you for playing, and on to the boss battle.
Yep. Now, before you shuffle, I have a little bit of a proposition for you. I don't know if you want this in the video or not.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'm recording right now, so...
Oh, perfect. So I have a little proposition for you. Right here on my left side, we have a full power Ritual Beast deck, which I could use that.
Okay.
Or, this deck over here in the purple sleeves is a piece of unholy jank that I crafted from my pulls from seasons 1 and 2.
Oh my god.
You can pick which deck you want to go against.
Unholy Jank sounds amazing.
Perfect, I was hoping you'd say that one.
You could read that name, right? Generator Boss of Pineapple Pizza? Oh my god, I'm not going to invite Nick anymore. Anyway, he actually, as you also have seen, made me choose the deck. And I chose Jank. I like Jank. And before we go into the duel very quick, there are also changes for the boss battles, because I never found myself in the position to wager my coins, because I want to build a deck. Why should I wager them? The thing is, I decided, for the sake of the series, everything in the master duel or the boss battle is going to be doubled. If I win a duel, it's 1 small token. If I win a whole match, it's double big tokens. So everything can be decided through this. If the rest of the duels are shit, the stage duels are completely shit, the boss battle can really make that worth. So, we are going into the match, and he wins the die roll, goes first, and dumps a Shaddoll Hedgehog with his Tri-Brigade standoff for a Fractal. Oh my god. He searches Nerval. You can cut, like, before you have to draw a card, you can cut once, if that comes up.
Let's see here. It will not come up, but I'm still gonna cut because we're about to end my turn.
Oh wow, nothing else?
Oh wait, normal summon Karas, I'm stupid. Normal summon Karas.
Yeah. Makes Ferrigit, makes Rugal, sets 3, pass. What is this deck? I mean, that was pretty standard Tri-Brigade at the end, but what the fuck. I opened 2 Darkwell D-Links, and luckily he had no cards in hand, so I could do that freely, because I could activate them and he had to discard anyway. Bad part would have been if he could have, like, activated an effect. From one of those Darkwell D-Links, I drew another Darkwell D-Link. Activate Darkwell D-Links.
Okay.
I drew all 3. Oh my god, this is not happening.
Is it the 4th Darkwell deal?
So after going through all 3, because I didn't draw anything, I got him back to my Sigma, and he striked that. And then I just normal summon the Nabla, set 2 from myself, and pass. He then attacks my Nabla with his Rugal, and I try to get him out through the Cyanide backdoor, which works, and on my turn I get the Nabla back. I took some damage, but I think it's worth it, because I could normal summon the multiplication, or I could special summon the get it to hand, normal summon multiplication. I think it is this way around. And I attempt to activate multiplication's effect, and he imperms it. But luckily, Nabla is there to save the day, because I could activate Nabla's effect, tribute multiplication, and special summon, well, multiplication. Activate multiplication effect. Target Nabla.
Imperm?
You are just the worst. Okay. Imperm on whom?
Multiplication.
Okay. So this counts for just this monster, not the name.
Correct.
Okay, activate Nabla effect. Tribute
Okay.
multiplication to special summon one Abyss from or one Mathmech from deck.
Mhm.
Please tell me I didn't. No, I have a second one. Special summon multiplication. By then, I could activate the effect of the new multiplication, make Nabla a level 8, synchro summon for Final Sigma, get both triggers in the graveyard for multiplication and Nabla, for double the attack damage and 2 attacks in a row, and then punch for game. Game 2, he opens better and can go into Nerval, Linkuribo that away, get Fractal.
What I'm going to do next may, in fact, shock you.
That sounds like a clickbait title.
I'm going to special summon Ecclesia.
Oh, okay.
Ecclesia effect.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Grab Deer Servant.
That one and pass. On my turn, I set one face down and a back row, activating the boss stage and pass back to him. I then get Har and my tokens, and he special summons Fleur de Lis, which I stop through the Har activation. He then normals Karis, but cannot do much more. I activate the boss fight, getting a second boss stage, which triggers due to its effect that Nick had to draw, and I rip a monster from him due to the second effect of Har. After that resolves, you get to draw a card.
Sick. I do like drawing a good card.
And that triggers the new boss stage, which is a soft once per turn, as I've learned in episode 4. So I get to special summon another generator. Unfortunately, I don't get any tokens. Any new tokens. And I take Nidhogg, Generator Boss of Ice. He is a special summon negate.
Oh, okay.
But I need only one tribute for him.
You only need one tribute for him?
Yep.
Okay. And, alright. That is quite the dilemma, isn't it?
I guess for you.
How big are the defenses?
3k 26.
Gotcha. I can't deal with either of those.
The token is 15. Now I had the Nidhogg out, and he is hesitant to extend any further because I can stop any special summon through the Nidhogg, but he tries to go for Shorik anyways, gets stopped by Nidhogg through the tribute of a token. On my turn, he flips Imperial Order, and now I'm in a pickle because I have to stop that, otherwise my boss stage is pretty dead. And I have to do that, so I tribute the Har and the Nidhogg. Then I boss quest the Nagelfar away for a boss fight and a boss room, and flip another that I already set, another boss fight. That gives me at least one generator on field, but I had Judgment ready for that, so I just had my set Pathfinder, which I flip up and get at least a boss stage out. On his turn I get a Hela, which revives my Har, so he sets one and passes. On my turn I flip a boss fight number 3 for a Dovulgus and overlay Hela and Dovulgus into Hyperiton, and through induction that I had set previously, I get to attach a trap from grave. And with that I had 2 monster and 1 trap negate on Hyperiton on Nick's turn, which is amazing. But I don't get that far, because
Okay.
I will then go to battle. How big is Ecclesia?
Alright. Ecclesia is 15.
Not even enough for Sigma. Cool. Hyperiton into Ecclesia.
That's fine.
Sigma into Kuribo.
Kuribo effect.
Wait, Hyperiton into Ecclesia. That was 15, you said.
Yep, Ecclesia is 15.
So you take 1100 because it's 26. Sigma, no damage because Kuribo effect.
Yep.
And generate a Har into your set card.
You fool. It is Squamata.
Squamata.
Flip, destroy the card on the field. We'll destroy Hyperion.
Ooh. I cannot negate it due to me not having more generators on field. Unfortunately, that is fine. After that, I still have Sigma and Har left. On his turn, I summon out a Nidhogg. He just sets a background passes. On my turn, I put the Nidhogg into attack and go for game. Yeah, turn that into attack.
Yep.
And I will go ahead. 3k.
Twin Twisters. Yeah, you got it.
Woo! That is cool because that gives me 2 big tokens.
Nice.
Nice. I did not expect this. This week was such a turnaround, and I think the rule changes definitely helped here, because otherwise we would have really crept along the way for maybe another 5 to 7 episodes. I think that would have been the way. And it would not have been fun. By that, I think we actually have a bit more fun. And I really like the changes that we made. Luckily for next week, we have a hefty budget. Through both match wins, we have at least 3 big tokens. We get 3 small tokens. And did I miss a win? I think we also had 1 dual win, so we have 1 small token. We have at least 4 small tokens and 3 big tokens, which is huge. I think maybe I'm going to change some ratios, but we will see that in episode 6. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boss Rush. And it has been a pleasure. And I hope to see you next week for the next episode. I'm hyped, and I hope you are as well. Other than that, I thank you so much for watching, and I see you next week. See you then. Bye bye.
What if my deck sucks?
That would really suck.
What if I lose every game?
That would also suck.
What if they feed me to a bunch of wild dogs?
What?
That last part was just for the rhyme scheme.
Okay.
What if my deck sucks?
That would suck.
What if I lose every game?
That would also suck.
What if they feed me to a bunch of wild bucks?
Huh?
I guess we're sticking to the animal thing.